Cricket on the Goodwins. On the northern part of the Goodwins, the sand lies exposed on every low water. All about the sandbanks are swillies, or deep holes that remain filled with seawater. Elsewhere, gullies and mini sand dunes are formed, which will start to crumble beneath your feet, and when you try to paddle in the foxholes, or the puddles, it is then that you feel the suction of quicksand. Nevertheless, this situation gives little fear for the supposed colony of 350 seals. However, in the past, it has given cause for much concern and grievance to humans. The desire to do the unusual has always held a fascination for some, and to visit the Goodwin Sands as a fun day out is no exception. They have been visited by thousands over the years for various reasons, and still attract the curious. Annual cricket matches on the Goodwin Sands are irregular. The first recorded game was in the summer of 1813, which caused criticism from the public as a blasphemy against all those unfortunate victims of the rapacious sands. During 1985, fishing boats assisted ferrying players and spectators from the Kent team for a fundraising match on the top of the Goodwins. 13 deal boats took out around 100 people on a calm and sunny afternoon. Since that event, cricket, among other games, has only been played by a few, whilst on the occasional organised trip. Although the large hovercrafts are no longer available to take up to 355 sightseers out to the sandbank at a time, the Goodwin Sands Potholing Club has found another way. This club, a charity formed in 1977, which raises money for young people, pre-arranged a trip to the sands on the 19th of August 2009. The use of 2 small helicopters were hired, and the fare-paying passengers were ferried out and back on the hottest day of the year, enjoying the evening's low-tide ramble on the sands. In July 2006, the BBC film crew, who were making the well-known television programme Coast, thought it would be a good idea to feature a cricket match being played upon the sands. As the tide started to make, the skipper of the craft who had taken them out urged that they should evacuate with haste. The TV crew pleaded for another 10 minutes to finish the take. That was all it took. The tide changed against a northeast wind, and the surf built up and swamped the vessel and its outboard engines. Several £1,000s of film cameras were washed about in the bilge of the disabled boat, and the occupants were at risk of being stranded. It took 2 lifeboats from Ramsgate and Warmer, plus the rescue helicopter, to avert a tragedy. The then Coast Guard sector manager, Andy Roberts, summed up the situation by stating, "The sands can appear safe, but, if landing, very careful consideration must be given to tides, the weather forecast, and the prevailing conditions. The Goodwin Sands should be treated with the utmost respect by visitors." This advice, unfortunately, has not always been observed, and sometimes ventures have led to grief and misfortune.